Now, as tensions between Israel and the Palestinians continue to simmer, those living on the front lines are bracing themselves for a potential uptick in violence. And down south, on the border with Gaza, Israelis are sadly all too used to it. And now we're going to hear from one such resident, Yedidya Harush, who joins me now in studio. Yedidya, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Now, you have a really unique story, and I know that you live in Shlomit, just on the border with Gaza. And unfortunately, you and your family have many times come under attack by rockets incoming from Gaza. How are you feeling ahead of Israel's planned move to expand its sovereignty over Judea and Samaria, seeing the kind of tensions that are already starting to brew between Israelis and Palestinians?
I will be honest, we have had many years of experience with, I think it's endless plans and ideas of peace agreements that came on the table many times, and each time we saw tension that came afterwards. We believe that every time there is any kind of a discussion, there is uprising, and being on the border, obviously, it's something that concerns us. Mm-hmm. I have little children, and when you have little children, you first worry about them. We pray every day that this, kind of actions would not happen, and we will live in peace. It's a mixed feeling, this whole situation. Because on one end, the entire plan talks about, full peace on the Gaza border, which what we care about, obviously. Mm-hmm. But on the other, we see how many terrorist organizations, both in the West Bank and in Gaza, are not so in favor of this plan and in response. Mm-hmm. So it's something that definitely concerns us, but doesn't stop us from living our life, obviously.
Certainly, a very resilient bunch down there. Now, you used to live in Gush Katif. You've been directly impacted by a unilateral move in 2005 under Ariel Sharon. The Jewish community living in Gush Katif were removed from their homes. In fact, you also had a relative that was killed in a terror attack. Tell us about that. Give us a bit of your background.
So, as you said, my family came to the Gaza Strip in the early 90s, and as a little kid was born, raised there. I can tell you that life in Gaza was not always easy. You mentioned my relatives, the Hatuel family. Just for those who don't know, Tali and her 4 children, while she was 8 months pregnant, were driving to meet her husband, to go to an ultrasound check, and also to talk about the dangers of moving out of Gaza with residents in Ashkelon. And while she was driving, she was attacked by 2 terrorists who shot her, and then from close shot the babies from less than 1 feet away.
It's a heartbreaking story, and looking at where you've come from to now what you're doing, trying to turn something bad into something good. Tell us a bit about the jewelry that you make.
So, obviously, with the experience of growing in the shade of the terror, I decided that whenever they throw something bad at us, we take it and turn it into something positive. And I can tell you that me and my wife took rockets that exploded in people's backyard, and they started making jewelry into them. Sending a message to the world that we are the people of Israel. We are seeking for hope and love, and we take everything that is bad and turning it into good. Last May, in 2019, unfortunately, our apartment received direct hit, and the rocket that exploded, you can see a piece of it. Wow. Had some Arabic saying on it. And obviously we take those pieces as well and turn them into the jewelry. We believe that many people see it and really get inspired.
And there was, in fact, quite a special story of somebody that purchased a piece of your jewelry. Tell us about that.
So somebody, we get an email one day from New Zealand, someone who's been very far away from here, never been to Israel, and they actually survived the Holocaust and found his way in New Zealand somehow. And he emails us that he has a granddaughter who serves on an Iron Dome battery base and he wants to send her a gift, and that's the perfect gift. And indeed, we made her special jewelry. She was really, really touched.
It's unbelievable, especially because the Iron Dome, you rely on that for your safety coming under rocket attacks so frequently.
100%.
Yedidya, thank you so much for sharing that story and for the beautiful work that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.